Hey guys, sorry, I know I haven't done a long video in a long time, but been a bit busy. Had to get some money together so I could get started on this stuff. My old power supply fried, so the case is currently in shambles right now. I was planning on putting up another video about it, but I had to wipe my computer, so yeah, just found out the internet has had low security. But now I've been working on this, getting a new power supply running. I just ordered a new one the past week. I should be getting it in Friday, and I also picked up some paracord because I figured it's a cheap way to put a nice little sleeving on my cabling. See, this is the old modular connection from the old power supply. I figured, well, it still works, so why the heck not use it? So, I've already sleeved one of the cables, the SATA cable, but I'm going to be getting the heat shrink in with the new power supply, so I'll be able to take this hot glue and everything else and actually sleeve it properly. Sorry about the shadowing. There we go. That's better. But I've been sleeving all this. I'm going to have to take care of these grounds and figure out what I'm going to do with them. Probably hook them into the other section of the power unit. One of the other things I'm going to do when I install the secondary power supply is I'm going to take one of the units it has and use the other 12-volt rail for the second half of the connections for the peripherals. Not peripherals, the graphic. I believe they're peripherals. No, this is for the peripherals. This is for the graphics cards, I believe. Yeah. I always forget the exact names for these because I don't normally think about them. But as you can see, I'm running like a black and red color right now for this power supply for most of the lines. I'm deciding right now whether or not I'm going to just do a straight up black and red for these ones, or if instead I'm going to take and just do straight up black and red cabling and not. Okay, I'm not explaining things well. What I mean is, there's the black and red sleeving I have here, but then I have a black and red and then a straight black sleeving right here. And I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do it like this, which is kind of patterned, or if I'm going to do it just straight up black and red like this. Hope that explains it better. I'm thinking I'm just going to do it straight up the black and red cabling like this, and then for the other power supply just go straight up black, because I already have a 24-pin connection. Hold on, let me get that. Put this down. Oh. Here we go. Okay. So here it is. I already have a full 24-pin connection. Well, 20 plus 4-pin connection. As you can see, it needs the proper heat shrink on it. And I'll be getting the tool so I can actually remove the pins inside of the ATX connections, which I've been needing. But with this, I'll have this into the motherboard, and then I'll have the two PSUs just plug directly into a dual PSU hub, and then I'll take this, plug this into the hub, and then plug it directly into the motherboard. From there, I'll just have like this running to the peripherals, the hard drives, whatever, or fan headers for all that, and I'll be running the 1,000-watt power supply, cheap little $50 one. So probably not going to push it too much, but I'm definitely not going to push it. I'm definitely going to be able to push it, more than I am going to be with this one. The main reason being, I'm going to have this one devoted to most of the peripherals and any extra power and all that. Anything that needs to be overclocked, I'm going to try and keep on the 1000 watt, and then anything else I'm going to keep on this one, because I want to separate as much of the power as I can. Later on down the line, I'm going to take out this 550 one, and I'm going to change it out for a different model, like probably another 1000 watt, or maybe even a 1600 watt. I don't know yet. I would love to have two 1600 watts in the system, so I'll be running like 3200 watts, then I can really pull some heavy overclocking. And I can also get the fan control to as high as I want. I can put as many fans in as I want. Can change everything up with that. But that is the current project I have. When I get the other power supply in, whatever I decide to do, I will be making another video. So this way, you can see how I sleeve it, and some of the safe ways to sleeve it. Because if you look here, you'll see how this sleeve is a little close to the, between the, oops, sorry. You'll see how it's a little close in between the Molex connections. And that makes it a little unsafe, because if it arcs, it'll catch fire. So what I'm probably going to end up doing is I'm going to end up clipping part of that off, sleeving it back. I may just sleeve back the whole thing, this way it's outside of the board, and just run it that way. Because most of it is already outside the board. It's just this one 5-volt connection, or yeah, 5-volt connection that's kind of out in the board. So I think I'm going to just clip that back so this way there's no risk of fire or anything. I'm going to be enclosing this unit completely in plexiglass, so this way there is no chance at all of it arcing between the case and the chip. So, other than that, don't really have much else to do with this. I'm pretty much done with it for the most part. Until I get that tool in, I cannot sleeve this at all, or any other connection, except for maybe this one here, which is the Molex one I got. And this I can't even sleeve right until I get new pins, because it's the actual straight up Molex. Oh. Now I'm remembering that I got the wrong freaking... Oh my gosh, I got the wrong name for the other part. I am having a loopy day. But the Molex connections are... Because of how large the pins are, I actually cannot sleeve this without having to completely remove the pins and replace them, which is kind of annoying. So I will probably not be doing the sleeving for the Molex ones, but I will definitely be doing the sleeving for any of the ATX connections and sleeving them. So like this 24 or 20 plus 4 pin, or this 8 and 4 pin right here, because they're small enough that I can actually get the sleeving around it, and I'll just sleeve these. So this way that's out of the way. This, I'm trying to decide if I'm going to take this straight to the motherboard or if I'm going to extend it. I'm thinking of extending it, this way it's easier to get access to it. Because I've got a 24 pin, no, it's a 6 pin. Where is it? It's not a 24 pin, it's a freaking... Oh, my brain. I am just not... I'm not in it today. Where is it? I have no idea where that thing went. But I have a, I had a 4 plus 8 pin, or it was an 8 and a 4 plus 4 pin expansion, but I think that might have been damaged when I tried to take out the pins. Didn't think that one through, did I? Well, oh well. I'll probably just end up getting a new one. But this is mainly what I'm working on right now. I hope this helps, gives you an idea of what's going on. I'm really sorry I didn't post any videos. I've been extremely busy trying to get everything done. Between the computer being down and only having one computer in the entire house I can use, really difficult, and it not being Windows either, so it makes any video editing, any sort of projects, or for that matter, work-related stuff to be easy at all. And this in and of itself took 3 days to do. Oh my gosh, my brain. It's been a long day. Other than that, there's not much else I can say about it. I will post another video on Friday of me actually sleeving it. If not Friday, then definitely Saturday, because Saturday I'll probably have more time. Anyways, thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next video. Bye.